Do you want to know how to create the sort of extraordinary member experience that will ramp up engagement and better retain your members? Then look no further. Today's episode is just for you. We're going to be diving in just a sec.
You're listening to the Membership Geeks podcast, bringing you proven practical tips and advice from the leading experts on growing a successful membership business each and every week. And now here are your hosts, Mike Morrison and Callie Willows.
Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 364 of the Membership Geeks podcast. 364 episodes.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of episodes. That's almost enough episodes to listen to one a day for an entire year.
That is scary.
That is scary. But also that doesn't actually seem like that many. That's not bad. Yeah.
It's over 7 years as well. So,
Yeah, this is 7 years worth of work. I'm putting that challenge out there. Is there anyone who will pick up the gauntlet and listen to an episode every single day for the next year and then report back to us on how your sanity is holding up at the end of it? If that's you, hit us up at Membership Geeks. All right. Today, though, we are talking all about how to create an extraordinary member experience. And actually, this is kind of a special episode because we're bringing you an exclusive from the conference that we ran a few years ago, Retain Live, and Callie's session on crafting your member experience.
Yeah, this was my first proper solo speaking gig as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, like on the big stage. Yeah.
Sweating just thinking about it.
Yeah, I can tell. Now, those of you listening who were in the audience at Retain Live, you will know how great a talk this was. Over the course of the 2 days, we did a big keynote and we also did some really focused sessions that were real practical, that were real just a bit more like the podcast. No fluff, straight to it, all killer, no filler kind of stuff, in amongst the other fantastic speakers we had. And this was, I think, the most popular of the four of those sessions that we did, and certainly one that we know that you're going to find really, really useful. Now, until now, it's only been available inside Membership Academy and in the memories of those who were the fortunate attendees to the last Retain Live conference. But we are very pleased to bring it to you today as part of the Membership Geeks podcast. So should we dive in, Callie?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is how to create an extraordinary member experience.
Already heard throughout today just how important member experience is and how being more human and personal with your members and with your audience is effective in actually helping you to have a successful business. So I want to talk a little bit about how you actually can create that member experience in your own site that not only helps your members to get results, but also ensures that they stick around for longer and also become advocates for you as well. And this all begins with the first 4 weeks of somebody's membership site. This is the critical period for most memberships because your members' behavior during this time dictates their future in your membership. So this is obviously the first period if you've got a monthly membership where somebody will actually be deciding whether they want to stay at all. But even if you don't have a monthly membership, you want your members to get into good habits during those first 4 weeks. Because if they don't then that's going to impact on the rest of their membership with you. Because, as I said, what they do then dictates the future habits in your membership. So the aim here with your member experience is to actually help your member develop those good habits. You need to lead them a little bit and get them used to logging into your site and showing them how to make the most of what you have on offer. And you actually want to teach someone how to make time for your membership site so that they can get into the habit of regularly using it. I'm sure all of us here in the room have had members cancel stating that they just don't have time for the membership, right? It's a common problem. So actually you want to, as part of your member experience, make sure that you're telling them how to make the time. Because the main thing you want to do is you never want to assume that your members know how to get value from what you're delivering. It's entirely up to you to show them how to get the most from your membership site. And this is what you can do with your member experience so that they get the results that they've joined for. And I like to look at this as a 5-phase approach. So there's 5 critical things that you want to happen in the first 4 weeks of somebody's membership. And the first is that you actually want them to feel reassured. You want them to actually feel like, hey, I'm so glad I joined. Good job, me. And you can do this through things like your thank you page, your welcome email, the very first impressions when somebody logs into your site or purchases. This all helps to make somebody feel reassured that this was a good decision and makes them want to find out more. If something happens like somebody doesn't get a login email or something like that, then actually it's quite common for people to even forget that they've purchased, not log in for a couple of weeks, and then wonder what's happened. And so that creates a terrible experience. So you want to make sure that the first thing that happens when somebody buys is they're feeling reassured and that they're in the right place. After this, you actually want them to feel like they've got value and that they're going to continue receiving value. So this is about the stuff and whether the content, the community, the deliverables that you have meets their expectations and what you promised before the sale. So again, this is your stuff and whether this is what the member expected and wants. And linked to this, you actually want your member to feel like the deliverables that you're providing will actually help them to get the result that they've joined for. Because actually, if they don't feel like that's achievable, then again, they're going to be gone. And you can do this by providing something like a roadmap or pathway through your site so you can show them how they can get from A to Z. You could also provide a quick win that gets them off to a good start and gives them the momentum to then keep on going. And you can also showcase previous member success stories so that they can see that actually other people have got this result before with the help of your membership site. And a good way to actually look at this when you're thinking about how you can make somebody see that the result is achievable is to actually begin by promoting the end. So think about what has somebody actually joined your membership for? What's the end result that they want? And then throughout your member experience, and especially when they first join, remind them of that result that they've joined for. And tell them how it can be achieved with your membership site. Like actually point out this is the content that's going to help you to get that result that you want. You also then, once the member feels like the stuff is the right fit for them, then you also want the member to feel like they've been seen and acknowledged. As we've already talked about this morning, they want to feel a connection with you, with your other members, and they want to feel like they've actually been recognized and that they're valued as part of your community. They're not just another number, another face in the crowd. And so again, this is where your community comes in. It's where getting engagement with the member going, whether that's through things like personal welcome videos or even just messages in your email system that actually invite the member to get in touch with you, to contact you, to tell you about themselves. And again, encouraging community connection here too. And all of this should then lead to your member feeling like they belong, that yes, this was a good decision, but this is actually the right place for them. This is where they're going to get the result that they want. This is where they can get connected with people. It's where, whether they've joined to learn Facebook ads or simply to meet like-minded people, they're in the right place with the right people. So they're the 5 kind of phases you want somebody to go through. And once somebody reaches this point, then they're far less likely to cancel, because why would they? If they enjoy it and it's giving them the result that they want and they can see that there's a future there that will give them even better results, then of course they're going to stay. So let's look now at how you can actually achieve all of this. So the bare minimum approach is essentially 4 steps. You have your thank you page, which provides that warm welcome that we talked about. You have a tour that shows somebody around the site and how to actually make use of everything that you have on offer. And then you provide them some first steps to help give them that quick win and get that momentum going. And finally, you follow all this up with an email sequence that highlights your core features and tips. Now, this is good, does the job, but good isn't really good enough anymore when it comes to things like this. And the other issue with this is that it relies on email. And with lower than 50% open rates, there's a good chance most of your members don't actually see your onboarding and welcome messages. So a better way is to actually adopt a multi-channel approach. So you're not just relying on email and things like that. You're also bringing in apps, chatbots, videos, calls, even Facebook retargeting, whatever works for your site. And you can also give members a choice in the format and frequency of things like welcome messages and onboarding messages they receive. So actually, if you have a regular email sequence, maybe you offer that you can give that via Facebook chatbot instead, if that's a better format for them. Again, you want to add some personalization in there. This doesn't have to be something that is a long, laborious process. Tools like Bonjoro make it quick and easy to do welcome videos. You can do handwritten cards, even just emails with some personality in them. And you also want to tailor your recommendations and provide guidance. So this is particularly important if you have a membership site where you're essentially giving somebody access to tons of content. If you don't have some recommendations and guidance in there, people are going to start feeling overwhelmed, and that will result in them leaving. And finally, if you can, you want to make it fun, surprising, and noteworthy, something that actually stands out in somebody's mind. And so a few ways that you can do all of this. So we've already mentioned welcome videos. They're a great, quick, and easy way to kind of make that immediate connection with a member. And tools like Bonjoro make this a really simple process now these days. You could also do orientation calls, so actually have a monthly call in the schedule where you get all new members online and you actually talk to them a little about the membership. You answer their questions, you give them some direction and guidance on where they're going. What Works Now even goes one step further with this, and they have this compass call, as they call it, but they actually open it up to existing members who maybe need a recap as well. You could also, if you have a higher ticket product, do one-on-one calls as well. So in 15 minutes, you can really connect with your member and actually provide them some personalized guidance. You could also deliver your onboarding as a course. So this isn't particularly tailored or personalized in any way, and the same information could be delivered simply by an email sequence. But having a course as the first thing that your member actually gets directed to and sees actually helps to ensure that they go through all the steps that are needed in terms of learning how to use your site, your philosophy, anything that is important for them to know. Having a course there makes it so much simpler for somebody to just get all the information at once, but also to go back to it later if they need to and have a recap. You could also have a bit of a pattern interrupt and send something in the post. So we mentioned welcome cards before, but you could also send entire welcome packs. This could be something fun like stickers and badges, or it could be actually important membership site information that you want them to have to hand. And this, again, as I said, is a pattern interrupt. It brings the online offline a little bit and actually brings it into their homes a little bit more and serves as a great reminder. And I've already mentioned tailoring recommendations, and segmentation and a recommendation engine is one of the best ways to do this. So actually, again, if you've got people starting your membership they've all got different needs, they've got different starting points, or you've got a pick and mix membership site where you've got a lot of content, then a recommendation engine is one of the best things that you can implement. And bring this in right into your onboarding if you can. So again, we do this at the Academy. As soon as somebody joins, after the welcome, they get a form. We ask them the stage that they're at, and every part of their membership experience from that point is tailored to the stage of their membership. They see different content, they have access to all the same things, but everything we send them is geared towards the particular stage that they're at. So if you are, as I said, have a mix of different results and options in your membership, then segmentation and a recommendation engine is key. And finally, you also want to look at Facebook retargeting. So using Facebook ads for things that you really want to actually ensure that your members see. This reaches members where they are and makes it far easier for people to actually remember you because you're seeing it in your newsfeed where it's a bit, again, of a pattern disconnect. This does cost money, but it does have increased benefits. You wouldn't want to use it for everything, but for things like onboarding, promoting your new member content, reminding members to log in, and also any important news and announcements. So this is something that not a huge amount of sites are currently doing, but I do think more and more will make use of this in the future. So all of this takes us from the old way, simple process like this, to something a little more like this. Now, it's not actually a huge difference, but it has a huge difference to the effectiveness of your onboarding and the new member experience that you're providing. It's not just about those first 4 weeks, though. We also want to look at the ongoing member experience because you don't want to be somebody who woos your members initially and then just ghosts them. That's not what we're going for. You need to ensure that you're staying top of mind month after month so that members continue to benefit from what you're offering them. So let's look at some of the things you can do here. Regular updates is a no-brainer. You should be contacting your members regularly, whether that's a weekly email or a monthly email, whether it's a video or an audio even. You should be letting your members regularly know what's happening in the membership, what's new, what's happening in the community. Letting people know community discussions in particular will really help to boost engagement. You could also offer these updates, as I mentioned earlier, via chatbot instead, so that's ever popular. And this has the benefit of higher open rates as well. So that's definitely worth considering, at least giving the option for members to get those kind of updates. You also want to provide ongoing guidance. So you don't just want to tailor recommendations when somebody first joins the membership. You want to have ongoing steps and guidance for them. So if you have a roadmap or a pathway or a core course, that's already going to be inbuilt. But if you don't, then again, create some pathways, create some recommendations engine, anything that will help your members find what they need when they need it. Gamification is obviously a big thing. So if you can add in some gamification, then that's going to really help to keep members motivated and coming back for more. Because whilst it may seem like such a little thing, everybody likes to be recognized and rewarded for their progress. So this could be something like giving badges or achievements. It could even be a point system and leaderboard. It can just be something simple, understated, but it's a great way to engage members in your community in particular. You also want to have some way for members to record their progress. So actually, it's easy for members to forget where they started, especially when they've been with you for a while. So actually, if you provide somewhere for them to have a record of that progress, they can go back and see, actually, look at what I've achieved since I've been in this membership site. And it can also act as a great option for inspiring new members, and also for you and your team to be able to provide added accountability as well. You obviously want to nurture connections, because for so many of us, community is a huge part of why people will stay in your membership site. So also think about how you can expand your community beyond a simple forum or Facebook group and really help connect your members with each other. This could be something like a buddy system or accountability system, regular membership mixers, or something that Kaylee Gray, I'm not sure where she is in the room, but she has a 24/7 Zoom room available to her members so that they can actually hang out anytime that they want, and they create really deep relationships as a result. And you want to celebrate your members too. So you want them to be able to share their progress and wins so you can celebrate with them and other members can celebrate with them too. Showcase your members' success and reward them for it as well. Whether you send them pizza or crown a member of the month, this adds that extra element of fun, and it reinforces that human connection and that you actually care about what your members are doing and the results that they're getting. And finally, member meetups. Bring your membership offline if you can, running member meetups or some kind of live event. This is a great way to deepen the relationship between your members, which is hopefully something that you'll all be learning yourselves over the next couple of days. So, putting it all together quickly, the first thing that is really important here is don't overdo it. This isn't about doing all of the things that I've talked about, because that's just going to overwhelm your members and you. This is about picking the elements that are going to work best for helping your member to make use of your membership site. And that starts with knowing the core purpose of your site and tailoring your experience to it. So this is something like if you have an education, information, or results-based membership, then that's where providing that pathway or recommendation engine comes in, somewhere to help them get the results and content that they're looking for. If it's a community site, then it's all about that nurturing communications and engagement. And finally, if it's a convenience or education site, then again, it's all about that recommendation. Somebody will want to find what they want when they want it. So you need to provide a way to do that. Once you know the core focus, then look at how you can enhance that. Think about where your member's journey with you starts and ends and what you can do to facilitate that, as well as make it an engaging experience along the way. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to, I forgot to do the slides there. This is the first time I've been in control of the clicker. Mike normally does that. So it all comes down to what can you do to help your members get the absolute most value from your membership. Someone has joined your membership for a reason, and your member experience should be created completely in service of that. Because good member experience will not only create loyal and engaged members, but it will also turn those members into advocates. And happy members are your absolute best marketing asset. Those are the ones that are going to go on and spread the word and add fuel to your marketing flywheel, attracting other new members to you. And this all starts with those first 4 weeks that someone's a member and the ongoing member experience that you're able to provide.
All right, hopefully you got as much out of that session as the people in the audience did. I'm a bit sad we had to kind of cut off the applause at the end of it, just for editing purposes. So, but believe me, there was a lot of applause.
It brings back memories.
It does. It does.
Time to do another.
Oh, don't even shake that hornet's nest. Who knows? Maybe by the time this episode goes out, we might have decided that we're doing another Retain Live. Let us know. Would you want to come along to Retain Live 2023, 2024, whenever it would be?
Oh God, 2024. That's so far away.
It's not really, though. Let us know. Hit us up on social at Membership Geeks on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or inside our free Facebook group. If you head over to talkmemberships.com, type that in your browser, it'll redirect you, or just search for Membership Mastermind in Facebook app. You will find the group. Let us know if you want to come along to Retain Live 2020 whenever. This isn't us kind of trying to tease that it's happening. Genuinely, for the last 3 years, keep going backwards and forwards on whether we would do another event, because Retain Live was pretty much perfect. And so there is that temptation to just kind of leave it unspoiled as that one glorious golden event that we did. That was amazing, and not ruin our legacy. But hey, today has given you a tiny little taste of that event. If you want the slides that went along with that presentation, head to membershipgeeks.com/364. You will find them there, as well as a write-up of the key points from that session. That's it from us for today. Big thank you and well done to Callie on such a great session several years ago. Belated. I'm sure I told you it was great at the time.
I think we had a little fist bump.
Yeah, we had a little fist bump. All right, that is it. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back again next week with another episode of the Membership Geeks podcast. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Membership Geeks podcast, we invite you to check out membershipacademy.com. Membership Academy is the original membership about memberships, and it's the essential resource for anyone at any stage of starting, growing, and running a successful online membership business. Whether you're still trying to figure out what your idea is going to be and you need some help making it a reality, or whether your website is already up and running and you're looking for ways to grow and attract new members, then Membership Academy can help you to get to the next level. Not only do you get access to our step-by-step membership roadmap, our extensive training library, and exclusive member-only discount and tools, you'll also become part of our supportive, active community of membership owners that will help you along the way in your journey with feedback, encouragement, and advice. All of this and more make Membership Academy the #1 place to be for anyone looking to start, manage, and grow a successful membership business. Check it out and join the community at membershipacademy.com.